Corrie ten Boom described God's forgiveness like throwing our sins into the depths of the sea. David described it another way. Let's read Psalm 103, verses 11 and 12. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his love for those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. God completely separates the sin from the sinner through his forgiveness because he loves us so much. His love is immeasurably high, like the heavens from the earth, and his forgiveness is immeasurably wide, like the east to the west. This is the complete opposite of what the enemy does. It has been said, the devil knows us by our name, but calls us by our sin. Jesus knows our sin, but calls us by our name. That is true love. Nelson Mandela wanted to see equal rights between blacks and whites in South Africa. It has been said of him that he never answered racism with racism. In other words, he didn't act with revenge. He wanted to see change come about peacefully. One of the ways he did this was by creating the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. We cannot move to reconciliation until we have told the truth. Otherwise, we are simply ignoring the issues and hoping they will go away. That is not reconciliation. Once the truth has been told, then it's possible to move forward, but with peace. Revenge is not the answer. Peace will never come from revenge. Only forgiveness will bring peace to the forgiver, and only reconciliation will bring peace to the forgiven. Of course, Corrie ten Boom and Nelson Mandela had really big things to forgive. But forgiveness is not only for really big things. Sometimes we can think that we are good people. We haven't committed any big sins, so we don't need God to forgive us. We might not see how important it is to forgive others either. But forgiveness is for everyone. We are all sinners who need God's forgiveness, and we all need to forgive others because we live in a broken world. We can forgive and take steps of reconciliation. Sometimes this is called conflict resolution. Let's look at 6 steps, which should always be done in the context of love and humility. First, cool off. Scientists have proven that anger immediately drops when a person gets out of the eyesight and earshot of what is making them angry. Step back, breathe deep, go for a short walk, or whatever helps you gain some emotional distance. Second, explain what is bothering you with I messages instead of you messages. I messages help us say what we feel without attacking or blaming. Identify and agree on issues. Stick to the topic at hand. Third, restate what the other person said. Each person does this. Build from what you have heard. Continue to listen well. If necessary, each person can clarify what they meant. Fourth, take responsibility. In this step, each party accepts their responsibility instead of blaming the other. When we take responsibility, we can find a solution. Fifth, brainstorm solutions and come up with one that satisfies both people. Don't judge any of the options, discuss and agree. Finally, affirm, forgive, or thank. A handshake, hug, a kind word, or expression of gratitude gives closure. Forgiveness is the ultimate closure. We may not always be able to understand where the other person is coming from. We may not always be able to find a resolution. Ultimately, what we need to understand is what God did for us by reconciling us to himself through his son, Jesus, and that he did it because he loves us so much. This is what makes the difference in forgiving others and opens the door to reconciliation.